Hey, brother. Ben, I want to take a second and clear something up, because based on the comments from our last video, people seem very confused as to how you, Tyler, and I are all related. So, I am the oldest, Ben is the middle child, and Tyler is the youngest. We are not twins or triplets in any way, and we are all from the same two biological parents. We have no other siblings. Yeah, 3 boys. Our dear sweet mother. I bet we only have daughters. Ben, have you ever looked back on something and just like felt so embarrassed? Quick show of hands. Oh, everyone, okay. See, Ben, there are a lot of advantages to being the oldest brother. Tallest, best looking, mom and dad's favorite. Just kidding, Ben. Being the tallest has nothing to do with how old you are. Although I am the tallest. But the disadvantage is that I didn't have that older person in my life who was close to my age telling me not to do things or showing me what to do. Not that you and Tyler ever listened to a word I had to say, but at least you had the option to dismiss my wisdom. For me, I think the category I really needed help in was getting dressed. Ben, there's something very liberating about when your parents finally let you start choosing your own clothes in the morning. And I have to tell you, Ben, I made some pretty bold fashion choices. Like in 3rd grade, I decided to swear off blue jeans altogether and wear nothing but sweatpants. I had 3 colors, heather gray, navy, black. Oh, and they felt as good as they looked bad. And these weren't like the cool Under Armour sweatpants or something of today. These were 90s sweatpants, Ben. They had that awesome elastic scrunchy waist and ankles. The height of fashion. Another 3rd grade disaster of mine, and I dare you to beat my record, was to see how many days in a row I could wear the same t-shirt. By which I mean wear to school, sleep in, and then wear again the next day and repeat as long as possible. And you'll be happy, or maybe not happy, to know that I made it a full 5 days. I remember because on the 4th day, Morgan Dillon told me she wouldn't be my friend anymore if I wore that shirt again the next day. But I did it anyway. 4th grade was a little better. I was back in jeans, at least in a small way, by which I mean I was wearing jean shorts. A particular brand of jean shorts, mind you, better known as Lee Pipes. Huh? Raise your hand if you wore Lee Pipes in 4th grade, huh? All the cool kids. All the cool kids. This was actually one of the few times I think I was doing it right, but just in the nick of time, because just in my personal experience, after 4th, maybe 5th grade, guys should really not be wearing jean shorts, like, ever again. Ultimately though, all those things were okay because it was elementary school and you could basically wear whatever you want. Middle school though, 8th grade in particular for me was a particularly bad year when I really needed someone to tell me what not to do, like, don't wear socks that come above your ankles. Does that sound like weird advice to you? I agree. It was weird to me at the time too. But I have to tell you, it made a world of difference for my social life. Boxers are the correct answer, not briefs. Gentlemen, when you grow up, you can make that decision for yourself all over again. But as far as middle school and high school goes, I guarantee you, trust me, the right answer is boxers. Jeans with holes in them are not cool. Yes, I agree, some people can pull them off, and I have seen people do it well, but everyone can pull off jeans without holes, and pull them off well. Shirts! Honestly, I don't think I messed up too much on this, because mostly I would just wear my cross-country or soccer shirts, or really whatever t-shirt was on the top of my drawer. But I will say this, make sure you're wearing the correct size. I know, it sounds obvious, right? But hear me out. Can we agree that this shirt that I'm wearing right now fits me? I am 6 feet 1 inches tall. This shirt is a medium. If you are shorter than me, you do not need a large t-shirt. My high school self, who was running for an hour a day and who weighed 30 pounds less than I do now, was wearing large t-shirts. I've tried those same shirts on in present day and they are way too big for me, so I have no idea what I looked like back then. At the time, I remember being very proud of how tall I was, having shot up several feet in a very short amount of time. And I even remember thinking that wearing a large was like a point of pride for me. And I don't know if any of the other guys out there have experienced that, but let me tell you this, wearing a smaller shirt will not make you physically smaller. In fact, if anything, it'll probably make you look bigger. If you're trying to step up your game from the t-shirt, and I don't know that you are, but again, this is just stuff I wish people had told me because it made a very positive impact on my life when I started making these subtle changes. Polos. Now don't worry, if you're afraid of looking like preppy or something, whatever that's supposed to mean, just wearing a collar will not make you look preppy. Polo pro tip, if you're wearing an undershirt, make sure the sleeves are not coming out from underneath the arm of your polo, and make sure there's no graphic visible peeping out right here. Button downs! I think the fear of wearing the button down in high school comes from only ever having to wear them to special occasions when you're a kid, but honestly, like 90% of my casual clothing now is button-downs. You can wear them buttoned up like this or unbuttoned with a t-shirt underneath. You don't need to tuck it in, but I would recommend rolling up the sleeves because it'll just look a lot more casual. And finally, if you are so bold, pink! No one's gonna question your sexuality or call you less of a man or anything like that. In my experience, girls like guys who wear pink. But I do remember being afraid the first time I wore a pink shirt to school. You wouldn't think it would make a difference, it's just a color, right? But at that point, it's really not, because you and all the people you're around have probably been taught your whole life that pink is girly and blue is manly, and whether or not there should be manly or girly colors is probably a different video altogether, but honestly, it shouldn't make a difference. Anyway, in any case, I am absolutely not suggesting that if you don't dress the way I just described that you're some kind of like loser or freak or gonna die alone or something. Like I said, these are just some things that I wish people had told me before I went into middle school and high school. So now I'm telling you, if it's helpful to you, fantastic. If it's not, then just blow it off. Honestly, if you're comfortable dressing the way you are, please continue to do that. And honestly, more power to you, because I wish I had felt more comfortable with the way that I dressed in high school, but I didn't, and I would bet a lot of guys don't, but they don't speak up because it's not really something you're ever taught to care about. Even though what you're wearing shouldn't make a difference in how you're treated, it doesn't change the fact that it will make a difference in how you're treated. But to that end, I'm not even gonna say I was treated poorly in high school because of the way I dressed, because really I wasn't. I don't think people will notice that much if you don't try, but that doesn't mean you won't feel uncomfortable. And after almost 5 years of observing all of my classmates and making like an actual effort to dress a little bit better in the final 2 months of high school, I was met with such positive reinforcement and I felt so much better about myself. Anyway, I hope that helps. Like I said, I'm absolutely not trying to judge anyone for the way they dress. This is just some stuff I wish I had known ahead of time, so here you go. Take it or leave it. Ben, my question for you and everyone else is, what is something you look back on and you're like, oh my God, I wish someone had told me. Let me know down in the towel section below, and I will see you in another life, brother.